The New York Jets have been winning football games by the skin of their teeth, but that won't continue if they don't fix the boneheaded penalties. So let's have a look at the All-22 versus the Giants, and I'll show you 4 flags that were unacceptable. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, but it's a little bit different today. As you know, I love to be positive, to look at what the Jets are doing well on film, but there was one major takeaway after watching the Giants game that I hated, and it was the penalties. But they weren't just false starts or holds, it was unnecessary roughness. We're talking about back-breaking, drive-extending flags that led to 10 extra points for the Giants. As you can see on the screen, it's been a huge issue for Robert Saleh over the last 2 years. This team's ill-disciplined, and it's going to start costing them football games. First one here, you're going to see a drive in the third quarter. Look at the situation. It's 2nd and 10, Giants in plus territory. Now, to make it worse, we're going to have a flag on the same drive in a couple of minutes. But from under center, it's 2nd and 10, remember. Play action, throw it in the flat. If he catches this football, it's going to be 3rd and 13. He drops it, it's 3rd and 10. But Quincy Williams just gives away the flag. And look, Quincy's been incredible this year, but this is a penalty you can't have, especially when the Giants literally could not throw the ball. They could not move the football down the field, and you give away this flag. Now, some people are going to say, look, this is a bang-bang play, but look at Quincy lead with the helmet, the crown of the head, straight to the head of the Giants receiver. You can't have that. That's a flag every single day. But it's just these kind of lapses in concentration, they're going to cost the Jets. Because they don't score a ton of points on offense. They play complementary football. Now look, I like after the play, Quincy doing some push-ups. He's teaching himself not to do it. He knows, guys. But these are the flags that could lose you a game on Monday Night Football against the Chargers. They need to be eradicated because there were just too many. There were 4 that we're going to focus on in this video, and that is frankly absurd. And as I mentioned, from the same drive, this time it's 3rd and 10. It's even more egregious. The Giants are in the red zone. They're going to settle for 3 points. We know they can't move the football. They're literally running QB draw on 3rd and 10. They stop him for no gain, and bang, in comes Jermaine Johnson. Again, I'm not being critical of the individuals. Jermaine Johnson, I made a video on yesterday. He's been fantastic this season. He was one of the main reasons the Jets won this game. But when it's 3rd and 10, now technically it's 4th and 10, we don't need you running from 10 yards away, quarterbacks going backwards to just lay the wood. Like, that's going to get called every single day in the NFL. Again, I'm not here to complain about the flags from an officiating point of view. It's not the Chiefs game. I'm complaining about the lack of discipline that Robert Saleh's instilled in his team right now. Because Jermaine just doesn't need to do this. It's very clearly over. Forward progress has been stopped. It's just a big, big mistake. And it cost the Jets mightily because in the end, the Giants on 3rd down on the same drive run this exact play. Tony Adams lacks discipline with his eyes, and they run the QB draw in for a touchdown. So you cannot give a team 3 chances to drive. We gave them the penalty with Quincy Williams, this flag here from Jermaine Johnson, and then obviously that 3rd chance, the Giants took it for a house call. Just ill-disciplined football from the Jets. Now we've got the 3rd personal foul flag on the Jets from the same game. This one is nowhere near as much of a crushing blow. It's 3rd down for the Jets. Zach Wilson out of shotgun. The pocket just crumbles. He gets sacked after he tries to step up. But Makai Beckton, top of your screen, he just takes Kayvon Thibodeaux for a ride. Thibodeaux sells it a little bit. But again, Makai doesn't need to push him here. Now, the Jets are going to punt the football anyway. So this isn't a game-changing, game-altering play. But remember, we witnessed one of, if not the best punting exhibition in NFL history. Morstead with 3 punts inside the 5. You're punting from the 35 here. You've got an opportunity to pin the Giants deep in a wet weather game where field position is king, but Makai Beckton ends up costing you 15 yards because he's ill-disciplined. He's frustrated that Kayvon Thibodeaux's been beating him around the edge, and even though Beckton won this rep, look at it, Makai Beckton does a great job working Kayvon Thibodeau around the ring. He wins his rep easily, but he just gets frustrated. He plays after the whistle, and they're the lapses that I keep mentioning you cannot have to win games when you're a bit of an anemic offense. If you're the Chiefs and you're high flying and you're putting up 35 points a game, that's fine. But when you're gritty and you're trying to just amass 20 points, you can't have 3 flags for unnecessary roughness in the same game, in the same half. It is going to bite you in the butt. The Jets have been lucky thus far, but you know it's around the corner if this continues. And the last flag that I want to touch on from the fourth quarter was easily the most egregious. Michael Clemens jumps offside here. The Giants are punting the football on 4th and 10, right? 4th and 10 from the shadow of their own end zone. They're not faking here. The Jets are going to get the ball around the halfway line. Instead, and apologies for this coming out like a gif, Michael Clemens jumps offside with the little hard count. The Giants point at him. He's on his knees just exasperated. But we can't have that. We do not need to block a punt here. What we need is to get the football back and to try and score 3 or 7 points and seal this game. Because again, the Giants end up then running the heck out of the football, driving it down our throat, and it ends up in 3 points for the Giants. Like, that's possibly a 10-point swing, never mind the 7 points you gave up on the last drive I focused on with Jermaine Johnson and Quincy Williams flags. Again, apologies for the film, but you can see it here. Michael Clemens, just to the right-hand side of the long snapper, he jumps offside and he knows it. But again, you need to know and have clarity pre-snap that you cannot jump. You don't need to get off as quickly as you do on 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. It's 4th and 10. They're punting. Let's just give a good rush, a good account of ourselves and move on with the football. Michael Clemens, back-breaking mistake, and this one really did become so close to costing the Jets the game. So guys, while I want the offense to improve in the red zone and the blocking to be better, I need the Jets to be disciplined on Monday night. No personal fouls, no unnecessary roughness. That will go a long way to the New York Jets winning the game.